Yeah. Vice Mayor is on it. So, call to order, roll call, and establish a quorum for the City of Perkins regular meeting Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. I didn't know which one to call, Amanda or Rachel. Amanda.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Veronica?
Yes. Will you stand and pray with me, please? Father, we just come to you tonight and we ask for your wisdom and discernment as we make decisions for the citizens of the City of Perkins. I pray your blessings over our police department, our fire department, and every family represented here tonight. In Jesus' precious name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I didn't get any students because I had a teacher conference. Okay. Number 4, consideration and action on consent agenda. Commissioners, anyone?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica?
Yes. Number 6, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve Resolution 15, 2025, a resolution authorizing application for financial assistance from the Rural Economic Action Plan Fund. Did I say this right? Telemetry, control, and monitoring for water systems.
So this is a grant application that we would like to submit to get SCADA, essentially SCADA, put on the water system. So it'll be on all 4 wells, the standpipes, the towers, the new tower. We'll be able to see things in real time as they happen. And it would also have an alarm system if something doesn't kick on or should kick on.
Did you write it?
I did.
I think you wrote it very well, and I'm very grateful that you included the map, because I think that would be helpful in decision-making for.
Yeah.
Commissioners, anybody?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 15-2025.
Second.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica?
Yes. Number 7, consideration, discussion, and possible action on Resolution 27, 2025, designating the Perkins Library project under Ordinance 514 as qualifying for an increased city manager spending limit and designating the amount which the city manager can expend for this project without prior commission approval. So, Bob, any comments?
Yeah, this resolution would increase the city manager's spending limit, which is $25,000 for the purposes of, only for the library project, to $100,000, which is the competitive bidding threshold. That will allow, when we're getting quotes, all the purchasing will be done the same way, but it'll make it more efficient where we don't have to wait for a meeting. If something's over 25, like the next agenda item would be, if this is approved, no, you wouldn't have to take it up to that. Make it quicker and more efficient.
And if I can interject, this is coming from David as well. In looking at it, we technically under Ordinance 514 will need 2 votes on this. The first one to actually designate this as qualifying, and the second as actually designating the amount, which is Section 1 and Section 2 of the resolution, but they will technically be separate votes just to stay in compliance.
Commissioners, anyone?
Make a motion to approve resolution 27-2025.
And this would be as to designating as qualifying for Ordinance 514.
Do we need to read the?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 27-2025, designating the Perkins Library project under ordinance 514.
Second.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Veronica?
Yes. Is that okay if I still ask him a question over that?
Go ahead.
So the way I read everything, you will be, maybe it goes under a different one, but you will be kind of in charge of the hiring and of our contractors.
As long as it's under $100,000, because we're doing the general contracting ourselves essentially.
That's why, okay, that's the word I was looking
We'll
for.
be getting quotes like for electrical or plumbing.
Is one of our library board members doing that? General contractor? type?
Brian Huckabee
Okay, that's what I thought.
is doing the lion's share of it. I mean, almost all of it. He's a construction manager by trade, so he's donating his time to help with this project.
Well, I knew that, I just wanted the public to know that.
Yeah, him and Linda Barta are seeing everything at the same time or even before I'm seeing it.
Okay.
So Brian's taking the plans and specs, getting the quotes, he submits the quotes to me. At this time, if it's over 25,000, it comes to a meeting, which seems like is always 3 weeks away, no matter when we get a quote. It's crazy. This will just allow us to increase that limit and then follow the same spending laws, rules, and regulations and ordinances.
David wrote everything very thorough, and this is like the third time that 514's come across
Yeah.
to us, so,
That's why it looked familiar.
well, it feels comfortable that everything's dotted and crossed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 8,
Second
go ahead.
motion,
We
right?
need a second motion.
Make a motion to increase the city manager's spending limit and designating the amount which the city manager can spend for this project without prior commission approval.
I'll second it.
Okay. So Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Veronica?
Yes.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Number 8, consideration, discussion, and possible action to review quotes and select Roper Construction to repair the exterior north wall of the new library, utilizing no more than $30,000 of the $50,000 T-Mobile grant funds.
This may be on here because it's grant funds. I'm
That's
not
really
sure.
why I wanted it on there, because it's grant funds and they like to see the action taken by the city commission. So, yeah, that's why I really thought we should put it on there.
And Brian obtained the quotes and Roper was the lowest and best.
Yeah, thank you for including his, Brian's comments. So I read all of that, what's gonna happen, but that they're trying to make the brick on the north side match the brick on the east side?
It's gonna not all be brick. It's gonna be kind of like a wainscoting type thing, I think up to like 7 foot 2 inches. And then, maybe metal above that. So that is a hollow clay tile, those walls, and there's a lot of holes in it. So we need to do something to insulate and secure it. And
Is that gonna be secured on the inside and out?
outside.
30,000 or just the outside?
Might keep it a little warmer in the winter.
Yeah. A little drafty.
And it also looks like a local guy came in with the best
Yep,
overall bid.
yep.
Okay. Commissioners, anyone?
Make a motion to select Roper Construction to repair the exterior north wall of the new library, utilizing no more than 30,000 of the 50,000 T-Mobile grant funds.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah? Yes. Jason? Veronica?
Okay, number 9, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve proclamation declaring October 2025 as Down Syndrome Awareness Month. I apologize, should have had this in last month. But, Mike, as you well know, we have more than 1 or 2 students in our schools with Down syndrome and are very capable of functioning day-to-day with the rest of the school. And my granddaughter, Charlie, was born with Down syndrome. Down Syndrome Awareness Month proclamation. Whereas trisomy 21, also known as Down syndrome, is a genetic condition that occurs when a person has an extra copy of chromosome 21 in their cells. There are approximately 1 in 700 babies born each year in the United States and throughout the world with this extra genetic material that can affect how the brain and body develop. Whereas individuals with Down syndrome possess a wide range of abilities, talents, and contributions, enriching our communities with their unique perspectives and strengths. Whereas people with Down syndrome can lead fulfilling lives, including attending school, pursuing higher education, engaging in meaningful employment, and participating in recreational activities just as their peers. Whereas early intervention, inclusive education, quality healthcare, and community support have shown to significantly enhance the quality of life for individuals with Down syndrome, promoting their physical, intellectual, emotional, and social development. Whereas the Down Syndrome Association of Central Oklahoma and other advocacy organizations provide vital resources, education, and support to individuals with Down syndrome and their families, fostering a culture of acceptance and empowerment. And whereas the month of October is nationally recognized as Down Syndrome Awareness Month, a time dedicated to celebrating the abilities and achievements of individuals with Down syndrome, while also raising awareness about the challenges they face and the importance of advocating for their rights and opportunities. Whereas wearing blue and yellow colors to support Down syndrome awareness because they represent hope, positivity, and inclusion. Now therefore I, Carla S. Cummings, Mayor of the City of Perkins, Oklahoma, do hereby proclaim October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month in Perkins, Oklahoma. I encourage all citizens to celebrate the abilities of individuals with Down syndrome, foster a culture of inclusion, and advocate for a society where everyone has equal opportunities to thrive. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the great seal of the City of Perkins, Oklahoma to be affixed this 14th day of October, 2025. I wrote it. I can't even read it.
Awesome job writing it.
Commissioners, anything? I got it. I thought that was code for you, motion.
That's why everyone's being quiet.
I know, I was sitting there waiting. He has all the way up. I make a motion to approve the proclamation declaring October 2025 as Down Syndrome Awareness Month.
I'll second.
There you go.
All right. Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica?
Yes. Number 10, consideration, discussion, and possible action to surplus 2010 Ford F-150 as is, VIN number ending 5782, and set a value of $3,000.
This is an old public works truck that's not in use anymore, and probably not fit to be in use. I think it has a head gasket issue.
It was originally a fire department truck. That's why it's on city, just FYI.
Okay.
This one?
Yeah, fire department passed it to public works years ago. That's what.
Commissioners, anybody?
I'll make a motion to surplus the 2010 Ford F-150 as is, VIN ending in 5782, and set a value of $3,000.
Second.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica?
Yes. Number 11, consideration, discussion, and possible action to acknowledge McGuire Iron contractor pay application number 1 in the amount of $169,377.86, funded by Oklahoma Water Resources Board, American Rescue Plan Act, funds awarded for the joint Iowa Tribe of Oklahoma and City of Perkins Water Tower Project utilizing ITO funds. It's got your name on it, Bob.
I'm sorry. The artwork's in your packet. It's been a,
This is McGuire Iron.
oh, I'm sorry. This is on the water tower, the pay app for, I just had out, is for bonding. Basically what we're paying is for the bonds and insurance, design and drawing, and a portion of the steel is what makes up this pay app.
Where exactly is it gonna, like, I have an idea where it's gonna be.
The water tower, it'll be in the northwest corner
Okay,
of their property. I mean, right there on the edge.
right there, just east of the trailer park.
No, it'll be inside their development that's fenced off where they're
Okay.
doing the
Oh,
construction.
okay.
So it'll be just towards Ampride a little bit from the child care center and closer to the road.
Where it kind of curves a little bit right
Yeah.
there in that corner. It curves around to where the water tower is going.
All right. We went through these numbers during the bidding process, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's why, okay. Commissioners, you have any comments, questions, or concerns?
Make a motion to acknowledge McGuire Iron Contractor Pay Application Number 1 in the amount of $169,377.86, funded by the Oklahoma Water Resource Board, American Rescue Plan Act funds awarded for the joint Iowa Tribe of Oklahoma and the City of Perkins Water Tower Project, utilizing ITO funds.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica?
Yes. Number 12, consideration, discussion, and possible action to select Carla Cummings, Rachel Carnifax, did I say that right? And Robert Ernst as authorized representatives for the Oklahoma Water Resource Board American Rescue Plan Act grant. Bob, Rachel?
So you know how we used Iowa Tribe funds first before we used the City of Perkins funds that were awarded for the lift station and the water tower? Lift station, the Iowa Tribe funds have been depleted. Now we're down to our funds, and this is a form that's required for us to be able to draw down those funds.
Okay.
Make a motion to select Carla Cummings, Rachel Carnifax, and Robert Ernst as authorized representatives for the Oklahoma Water Resource Board American Rescue.
Yeah, I'll second that.
You're on camera, Carla. Carla, you're on camera.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin? Yes. Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica?
Yes. You know, I can still say nay and still be under the bus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh. You already figured that one
City of
out.
Perkins, Great Seal, right on top of it.
Said nay. See what would happen.
Number 13, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve artwork for Highway 33 West Water Tower.
Now, the artwork is in your packet, and it was approved by the, it was actually submitted. The tribe did most of the work, Angela. They put a lot of effort.
She's amazing.
We're just seeking to get it approved.
This is phenomenal. It's really good.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I was
I-
hoping for.
I love the strip above and below,
Yeah, the banding is neat.
and it just really adds to it. Anybody?
Motion to approve the artwork for the Highway 33 West Water Tower.
Second.
Sorry, I was distracted. Carla?
Yes.
Justin? Yes. Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Veronica?
Yes. Number 14, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve a development agreement for the Perkins Library project between the City of Perkins and the Perkins Industrial Development Authority.
All right.
You're up.
It should be, yeah, you got it. So, as you know, PIDA is its own entity as a public trust, even though the City of Perkins is beneficiary. With the library project, in order for the city to be able to do work on behalf of the authority, who will be possibly, if all goes well in the market, issuing sales tax revenue bonds to be able to help with the construction of the improvements at the library. What this agreement then does is basically make it to where the city can work on behalf of the authority. You'll notice it's very short and intentionally so. Again, simply because these are technically separate legal entities, we have to have some kind of mechanism in place by which the city can do work on behalf of the authority. Otherwise, PIDA is going to have to be the one to approve every single action that's taken. So this just allows for that GC work to continue. So that's all there really is to it. I'm happy to answer any questions about the document itself, but that's.
So we will have two of these, one signed by the city and then one signed by the.
Correct.
Sure.
Yeah, Right, it'll be the same document, same signature page, just two different blocks, one for the city and then one for PIDA.
Okay. Clear as mud. It was actually one of the easier lawyer things to read.
Oh, yeah, straightforward. Less legalese in this one.
Yeah.
We try every once in a while to make it easy, I promise.
I'll make a motion to approve the development agreement for Perkins Library project between the city of Perkins and PIDA.
Second.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Jason? Veronica?
Yes.
Number 15, consideration, discussion, and possible action to acknowledge a cooperative purchasing agreement with Sourcewell and approve the purchase from same playground equipment for Dixon Park in the amount of $66,471.14, and for Peters Park in the amount of $63,433.79, utilizing Perkins Park and Recreation lease purchase funding. Mr. Dawes?
Okay. After looking at our playground equipment, has been there since my kids were in elementary school. Been there for a while. Some of it is starting to fall apart. I can't get pieces for it anymore. It's ready to be replaced. At Dixon, what I'm wanting to do is move from where the playground's out, up on top of the hill, right there by the pavilion. And with this company that's coming in to do it, they will do all the work. I don't have to do any concrete work, I don't have to set any forms, I don't have to do any. They bring in 65 yards of mulch per playground. They will fence it off, set it up, tear out, take out our old stuff, get rid of our old stuff, and bring they do everything. With the holes, they concrete it in, they put it together. When they're done, it's open.
Is that wooden or?
It'll be plastic, it'll be wooden mulch.
Okay.
I talked to them about rubber. They said honestly the problem with the rubber mulch is it's still going to get hot and start molding.
Okay.
And
Yeah, we don't-
with the Burke, I've sent all the information to you all. They stand behind their product. There's a 100-year limited warranty on all aluminum steel upright posts. Once we get everything registered. I mean, if you look through the warranty alone, to me, that was more than enough to go with this company, other than with our Sourcewell, they're in a cooperative where we can buy it. I've got other bids and stuff, but they were still what we were looking for.
Yeah, you don't want to go cheapo depot and all
No.
that kind of stuff.
No,
Or you're just spending more money in the long run.
Yeah. I'm hoping this will be hip until I step down. To be
That's
honest.
not happening. Because you've made the mayor very. So I'll be in the Bermuda Triangle by myself.
To be 100% honest, the one at Peters Park is the bigger one. It's gonna get used more.
It is.
So, and that's why I went with the bigger one at Peters, and Dixon gets used when there's baseball games and practices there for the little. Dixon Park, on the printout, there's 2 T-swings. There's a T-swing over there, that's in on that too. Those are 2 toddler swings. That's all that's gonna be on that T-swing. And then they're gonna utilize the yellow swing set that's there, and we'll just put new swings on it as well.
You're right, the Peters Park gets used all the time.
All the time.
There might not be any games or anything, but there's,
Right.
I see kids, parents there on the weekends and all the time.
With that being said, also they are going to take down that perimeter at Peters. We don't need it. We're just gonna fill all that up because sand is no longer ADA acceptable. So they're going to fill that up with mulch as well, all the way to the playground swings, and they're just gonna use the sidewalk and stuff as the perimeter.
Okay.
If y'all have any other questions, that's why I'm here, just to try to answer questions for you all.
And the monthly payment, are we gonna pay for it?
This is out of the lease purchase funds. So it'll just be paid out of the lease purchase funds.
Be paid off as soon as we,
Payne County Bank will issue the check, and then we make our payments back to the Payne County Bank.
And then we make the payment to the county bank once a year, big lump sum.
there's enough money in there now to buy one of them.
enough money in there to get both of them done.
You're doing a great job with it.
I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I tell you what, we took a drive around to look at the fences. You know, was like, what are we doing? I went, well, we're gonna go for a drive. Well, what are we gonna look at? Ball field fences.
Stuff.
It was like, okay, yeah, looking good.
I appreciate it.
Commissioners, anything besides? Thank you, Trent.
Yeah, thank you, Trent.
Trent, you have. Good job, my man.
I'll make a motion to acknowledge the cooperative purchasing agreement with Sourcewell and approve the purchase from the same playground equipment, Gleason Park, in the amount of $66,471.48. And for Peters Park in the amount of $63,433.79, utilizing Parks and Rec lease purchase funding.
I second it.
All right, Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica?
Yes. So Trent, are they starting tomorrow or next week?
I
Cut him off guard.
Yesterday.
They are behind, but it will be up by the first of the year. That is what I told them. I wanted it done by the first of the year, and they said, okay. So it's actually
Really
perfect.
quick compared to other things we've been
It's
waiting on.
actually perfect timing because once the weather turns cold, kids aren't gonna be out there playing on as much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was perfect timing for everything to kind of be done.
Yeah, we won't be interfering with their recreation time.
Right.
Okay. Love it. 16, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve updated financial investment policy.
You have in front of you the updated, and the only reason we had to update it is that new legislation is going to go into effect November 1st, and the statute numbering changed. It's loose.
You got it.
It's loose. And the statute numbering changed. So if you look at page 3, it used to be 348.3 something dot 1 something, and now it's just 348.
It's the only thing I didn't.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I got it.
Go right ahead.
Sorry. I read it off the computer screen.
So that number changed, and then since we were updating it, we had insure spelled wrong, and we needed a hyphen, so I fixed those two things. So that's all that changed in the financial investment policy.
Of all your talents, I love the grammar Nazi part. Are you laughing about me?
No, I was so organized, and then I flipped this over to look, and I was like, it's gone. I'm no longer organized.
So basically, you just went in and made a few corrections from the last one,
Yeah, we didn't change any of the
bit up to date. Okay. Commissioners, anybody have any questions?
David's seen it. David's the one who did it.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the updated financial investment policy.
Second?
There it is.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica?
Yes. Number 17, consideration, discussion, and possible action to cancel approval for agreement with Crisis 24 Incorporated to provide critical communication code red core package at a cost not to exceed $1,978 annually for 3 years, as it should be approved through Perkins Public Works Authority.
Okay, so this is just a rescission action because the contract, the statement of work, has been through a little bit of a change. We've been able to work with Garda World and Crisis 24 to be able to get this under the Public Works Authority as opposed to the city, so that it's not subject to the one-year contract limitation. So this will be able to be an ongoing agreement. The other two things that we were able to get done in this agreement were, so we taking care of the issue of annual appropriation. We were able to get the clause added that upon termination, if Crisis 24 does anything under the agreement, they're going to refund the unearned portion of fees. So It's not locked in that this is a payment regardless of whatever they do. If for any reason they breach the agreement, then they are liable back to, in this case, PWA, for the balance of that current term. So for action of the city, again, this is just a cancellation of that approval. This is on the agenda for PWA, for approval by PWA, if that's something to be considered when we get to that part. So I'm happy to answer any further questions on this.
Could you just clarify it again, why it needs to be under the Public Works?
Sure. So under Article 10, Section 26 of the Oklahoma Constitution, generally speaking, we cannot have what are called evergreen clauses for cities, counties, school districts. Y'all being a city, fall under that. And what that means is that contracts, generally speaking, with only certain exceptions, cannot extend past a year at a time. They have to be annually appropriated. A lot of times vendors do not like that for the simple fact that they're not guaranteed that you will appropriate the next year, and they get really nervous about that. However, a public trust like the Public Works Authority is not subject to that restriction. So if the PWA ends up being the one under the agreement, they do not actually have to worry from a vendor perspective about the annual appropriation question. And that also allows, frankly, the PWA and its beneficiary, the city, to also not have to worry about whether or not the contract will be valid for an extended period.
And this was a 3-year?
I believe it's 3.
It's 3.
Yeah.
And so, this is like a global company, right? And there's lots of things in that contract about information,
Yeah.
other people. Okay. It's very specific on a lot of things.
Yes, it's,
That's is that why it's so long?
yeah,
It's like-
it's very much boilerplate for them. This is what they're gonna hand out to just about everybody, but this is to be expected for most of these types.
It's set up for us where if we wanted to add something, the package, take it away, unless I'm on the wrong path.
Yes, under the very first, page 5, section D, before the first true section, there is an option for a change of service if either party believes that they need to modify the statement of work. You can discuss, they can talk about what that modification would look like, and then they just have a written amendment or confirmation to the statement of work that both parties would execute. So that'd be the PWA and.
They're apparently so involved in it that if they see there's a part of the package that we're not using, they can take that away or update so that we're always updated on it.
Right.
They do that automatically for us.
They certainly could, and likewise, if there's something that you all would see that, hey, this is something that we would like to see added to it, for instance, maybe it's not a takeaway, then that's something that they can be contacted, and we can work through that process of getting that added as a service. And we just have an amended statement of work that would eventually come before PWA for execution if that's something that does happen and that you all want to consider.
Their webpage, their website, it's very intense.
Amanda did a lot of research on this type of a service, a lot of research, and she felt like this one is the one that was gonna serve our needs the best, addressing not only utility service interruptions, but also being able to use it for public safety.
Well, and so Eric will have, emergency management would have access to this on alerts and things like that.
Yeah, I don't know how many users we can have, but that's kind of, getting into the brass tacks of how does it work, but absolutely, there would be somebody who would be able to put word out. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm thinking like Amanda, myself, Eric, if there's an officer who wants to learn, that's how I envision it.
There's also two-way communication on it if needed?
Yes.
Okay. What? Yeah.
I probably don't need access. I probably don't need access.
Yeah, you do.
He probably doesn't.
Sometimes you're like, not another password, no.
Listen, if you get little silver bracelets if you mess this up.
That's another reason I don't need them.
And those are for free.
Oh, God. Please, never mind. I read it off the screen and it about drove me back. Okay, any commissioners have any questions, comments, concerns for Bob? I make a motion to cancel the approval for agreement with Crisis 24 Incorporated to provide critical communication code red core package at a cost not to exceed $1,978 annually for 3 years, as it should be approved through Perkins Public Works Authority.
Second.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mariana?
Yes. Number 18, consideration, discussion, and possible action to review letters of interest and select a candidate for Board of Adjustment, one open position, term ending June 30th, 2028.
No, still haven't heard.
Oh,
We
my.
put it back out every month. If anybody
Right.
knows anybody, if anybody watching knows anybody.
We'll have to pass on that one. Number 19, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve agreement between Payne County Board of Commissioners and the City of Perkins regarding the provision and use of radio equipment and participation in the maintenance of the county's radio system.
So this has been a long time coming. There's a new radio system coming to life. 800 megahertz, I think, is technical. They have space on our water tower on 33. That's what those big round dishes are. The county purchased this system through the use of ARPA funds. So the City of Perkins, which will be fire, police, and emergency management, will collectively receive 115 subscriber units, which are radios. So it's a mobile radio is one, a handheld radio is one. So that's what it'll take to equip the city. And then in exchange for that, each agency is going to contribute to the maintenance of the system. And this agreement is born out of that. So the first 2 years, there's no cost. And then the cost depends on the number of subscribers, which is the number of radios you have. I think the thought process is to find another funding mechanism countywide
Okay.
to assist with maintaining and operating the system. But that, that's a different conversation that'll have to take place at the county level. But we'll be using the 800 system. It'll be a big upgrade for dead spots where handhelds don't get out. That happens a lot inside buildings or even outside buildings. It happens with our current radio system.
It's happened out that direction, one of the officers couldn't.
Yeah, and it's really bad for the county and areas.
So-
We're like in the 1960s or something with radio technology in Payne County, and this will bring us up to where we need to be.
It's not really a concern, it's just I can see in the future maybe costing more with the maintenance, keeping everything up to date and replaced, so.
All of the money in this agreement, the fire department has the lion's share of the subscriber units just because they have so many vehicles and people. They can use their county fire tax money to pay this. So when you see the year 4 or 5, we're at 70-some thousand, that's not going to necessarily be coming straight out of the city's coffers. I think 45,000 of that or so will be coming from the county sales tax for fire departments.
You guys talking about it?
Oh, yeah, we're really excited. It'll allow everybody in this county to be on one radio, so we're not having to use multiple radios to talk to different agencies.
How about are we the only one they're using the water tower or somebody else?
No, they're using Yale, Cushing, or a GRDA tower,
Okay.
us, and Glencoe.
And I think there's gonna be one built, I think.
Just for
Or
that?
Stillwater, they're tied into Stillwater somehow.
Right around 56th,
Well, I know
or something like that.
Yeah.
When does this go, sorry, go ahead. When does this go live? As far as the system itself, or is that a loaded question?
It's a loaded question, but we're expecting at the sheriff's office, December. Stillwater has already turned theirs on, Stillwater PD. So,
I mean, everything's here.
So when
everything's in our maintenance building.
so when we approve this and sign it, that gives you to go get your units that, right?
Yeah, the radio's already at the sheriff's office being stored.
We're just waiting on this.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a subscriber agreement for each agency, and then if you elect to approve this one, it'll go before the county commissioners for approval, and then we can move towards however they're gonna schedule, because they're also gonna install, Motorola, I believe, is gonna install the radios in the vehicles, so it'll all be done professionally, and we'll just have to schedule that.
Yeah, for this, it's at the Aircom and Motorola.
Okay.
You just gotta go through the channels to get there.
So our county vehicles, all of them fit with. So, which is
Thanks.
Well, I know you've worked really hard on this, Bob. You can tell a lot of meetings.
Yeah, and the
so-
county, I mean, the county stepped up and, spent like 14 million or something, some big number, and it's not really fair for them to maintain the entire system if, we're just piggybacking. But if there's a mass casualty event somewhere, we would all like to be on one system so we can all communicate.
Well, it protects all of our men and women that are,
And the highway patrol's on it, so Tulsa, there's,
the 800 has been proven. That's a great, the highway patrol's been on it 20 years.
20,
we're that far behind.
probably 20 years, yeah. Ottawa County got it 20 years ago, or the whole I-44 corridor got it then. But, yeah, we're just a hair above tin cans and strings.
Here,
You know, I've been
Get it going.
skeleton.
in Oklahoma City and being able to hear some of our deputies talking on the radio. So, yeah, it's,
It should be.
Probably would have helped during that fire stuff.
oh, absolutely.
All right, commissioners, you have anything else?
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement between Payne County Board of Commissioners and the City of Perkins regarding the provisions and use of radio equipment and participation in maintenance of the county's radio system.
I second it.
Carly?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Sarah? Yes. Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Ron?
Yes. The City of Perkins regular meeting for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, now adjourned. I like that new rule. Trent, thanks for coming in. Thank you. Mr. Ernst, we're going to move on to the next meeting. Before we do, I would request that you would tell Tiffany and Judge Coley, thank you very much for the report and all that they do to take care of our youth in our city.
Will do.
Very good essay written. All right. Do we want to do Public Works or PIDA first?
Probably PIDA, I
PIDA, so these young ladies can go home.
remember that.
I like that word.
Do believe that's not fair.
Okay, Amanda, will you call to order roll call and establish a quorum?
Yes.
Perkins Industrial Development Authority, notice of special meeting.
Carla?
Yes.
Justin?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes, ma'am.
Sarah?
Yes.
Veronica?
Yes.
Renee? Yes. Rhonda?
Yes. Number 2, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve Resolution 24-2025, a resolution calling for and establishing meeting dates for the Perkins Industrial Development Authority of the City of Perkins, Oklahoma for the year 2026. Anybody?
To approve Resolution 24-2025.
Number 3, consideration. Oh, God, sorry.
Makes you want.
Carla.
Trying to kick you out.
Yes.
12-hour days are killing me, yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Justin.
Yes.
Jason.
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica.
Yes.
Renee. Yes. Rhonda.
Yes, ma'am.
I know, right? Number 3, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve development agreement for the Perkins Library project between the City of Perkins and the Perkins Industrial Development Authority.
Literally the exact.
Renee, Rhonda, you have any questions over that?
No, I'm just double checking, but that's what we did.
Yes.
Prior to kind of separate them, but they're separate, but yet they're together, right? Is that the gist of it?
Yes, basically.
Separate but together, okay. I can handle that.
Hey, it was short and simple.
I like that. Okay,
Make a motion to approve the development agreement for the Perkins Library project between the City of Perkins and Pine.
I second it.
Carla.
Yes.
Justin.
Yes.
Jason.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Veronica.
Yes.
Renee. Yes. Rhonda.
Yes, ma'am.
Perkins Industrial Development Authority is now adjourned. Hey, thanks for coming in.
Yes, ma'am. Fine.
Have a good evening.
I know what I know.
Appreciate it.
Amanda. Oh, wait, because we had to go, we have to do it again, quorum again because we
Yes.
went out of order.
Okay. Good. Now I get home and what?
NCIS, there you go.
Amanda, we call to order, roll call, and establish a quorum for the Perkins Public Works Authority regular meeting?
Carla.
Yes.
Justin.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Jason.
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica.
Yes.
Number 2, consideration and action on consent agenda. Commissioners, anybody?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second it? Oh, go ahead, you got
You
it.
got it.
Carla.
Yes.
Justin.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Jason.
Yes.
Veronica.
Yes. Number 4, consideration, discussion, and possible action to acknowledge McGuire Iron Contractor Pay Application Number 1 in the amount of $169,377.86, funded by the Oklahoma Water Resources Board American Rescue Plan Act funds, awarded for the joint Iowa Tribe of Oklahoma and City of Perkins Water Tower Project utilizing ITO funds.
This is the same pay application and the same dollars and the same everything that was approved on the city agenda. It's on both agendas.
Well, it's the water tower, it has to be.
Make a motion to acknowledge McGuire Iron Contractor Pay Application Number 1 in the amount of $169,377.86, funded by the Oklahoma Water Resource Board American Rescue Plan Act funds, awarded for the joint Iowa Tribe of Oklahoma and City of Perkins Water Tower Project utilizing ITO funds.
I'll second it.
Carla.
Yes.
Justin.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Jason.
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica.
Yes.
Number 5, consideration, discussion, and possible action to surplus 1996 747 sewer jetter trailer as is, serial number ending 6992, and set a value at $10,000.
This is the old jetter that we replaced with the new jetter, so we want to surplus it and sell it.
You gonna clean it?
It's clean, but mostly. As clean as it
It's
can
gonna
be,
get.
I mean, 1996.
relatively speaking.
Oh, could be older.
No, it's not old. It's been in some stuff.
Not as old as you, calm down.
Not as old as me. Was it a dig?
Make a motion to surplus the 1996 747 sewer jetter trailer as is, serial number 6992, at a value of $10,000.
Second.
Carla.
Yes.
Justin.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Jason.
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica.
Yes. Number 6, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve updated financial investment policy.
Same policy.
Make a motion to approve the updated financial investment policy.
Second.
Carla.
Yes.
Justin. Sarah.
Yes.
Jason.
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica.
Yes. Number 7, consideration, discussion, and possible action to approve agreement with Crisis 24 Incorporated to provide critical communication code red core package at a cost not to exceed $1,978 annually for 3 years.
It's also the same.
Same.
Same thing.
Motion to approve agreement with Crisis 24 Inc. to provide critical communication code red core package at a cost not to exceed $1,978 annually for 3 years.
Second.
Carla,
Yes.
Justin,
Yes.
Sarah. Yes. Jason,
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica.
Yes.
If you guys have time, you should Google it. It's code red. All right, number 8, consideration, discussion, and possible action to select Carla Cummings, Rachel Carnifex, and Robert Ernst as authorized representatives for the Oklahoma Water Resource Board American Rescue Plan Act grant.
Same.
Make a motion to select Carla Cummings, Rachel Carnifex, and Robert Ernst as authorized representatives for the Oklahoma Water Resource Board American Rescue Plan Act grant.
Second.
I wasn't even gonna try. Yes.
Yes.
Sarah. Yes. Jason,
Yes, ma'am.
Veronica.
Yes.
Perkins Public Works Authority, regular meeting Tuesday, October 14th. Now adjourned. This thing has dents in it.
Stop hitting it so hard.
I like to see them.
Was that the beginning when you,
Scared everybody.
Using and abusing it.
Fun.
Do you want copies?
Camera's still on?
yes.
We don't have a seal spot on this one?